So for this one, we're creating our Airtable base for our EditorX backend. So we're going to Airtable. As you can see here, I've created one already. So create another workspace, just click on add workspace. But here, I'm going to create one here, add base, call this EditorX control room. This one can be renamed to videos. Right, so what do we need in this then? As you see, Airtable already gives you 4 columns. You can get rid of these 2, automatically generates, and so we need a name, obviously the name of the video we're sending over. We want the YouTube link, which is going to be the URL, create that. Add another, we want the YouTube thumbnail, which is going to be attachment field. We want the description, which is going to be long text field type. Enable rich text formatting as well. And there's a few other things we're going to need to make the Zap work, which is Airtable ID. Oops. Well, Airtable ID, and in here it's going to be a formula. And this form is going to be very simple. You type in the record, it's just record ID. So that's the record ID, these records, because Airtable automatically creates 3 blank records for you. We also want to add a single line. This is going to be EditorX ID. This is going to be an ID for that EditorX record, and we also want date created, date. Another one to be keep check on with last modified. It's going to be last modified for people updating it. And it's literally second one, say last modified time. Perfect. And get rid of these 3 records. I also want to save in here the EditorX link, and that's going to be a URL again. And that's it for the time being. But we also want to be able to create categories, create the video, and the duration. And for this, we're going to create link files, but for the time being, we need to create other tables, so it'll be link files. So what we're going to do is create a table. This one is going to be duration. Again, we get rid of these 3 extra columns here. And again, for these, we need to create EditorX ID column and an Airtable ID column, which is, again, is formula. There we go. This can be the same for duplicate record. This can be the same for category. Duplicate record again. The table, sorry. This can be the same for creator. Now for this one here, we're going to put short, long, add some duration, some categories, and a few creators. Right. So now we've done that, we need to go back into our EditorX base. As you might guess, we might need to create a couple more collection lists. So this one is going to be duration. So we want to create them link files. That's going to be short, long, medium, long. And again, I want to get rid of to make sure ID is visible. And for this, we want to copy the ID and shove the ID in there. Now we need to do the same for category and creator. Done. So that's all done. Now back in your Airtable base, what we need to do is create linked files. So in here, link to another record, add a new column, link to another record, want to link to duration. You only want one as well, so you can allow linking to multiple, which will take no. Duration, field, and in here we want to bring through the EditorX ID and lookup forms. Perfect. We can hide this lookup form now. Same again for category, and same again for creator. Right, so here we need to create a record to send to test. Create a record. So I can create this video EditorX. So let's go into YouTube, grab one of our videos, let's grab this one, do a dynamic page with EditorX. Let's grab that, click on the share link, grab the link, perfect. You can go in there, create, make page with EditorX. So I'm just going to fill this rest of it in. Now it obviously hasn't got an EditorX ID yet, because it's not been created. Duration is going to be short. Category is going to be tips and tricks. Creator is art. So that's it. That's your Airtable backend for your EditorX site. Next one we'll be using this information to send to your EditorX collection with Zapier.